Hello and welcome to National Park Wild. I'm Eric, back with another reaction to a national park ranking list, but this one's a little different. It is by Trip of a Lifestyle, written by specifically Lauren Keyes, who I already did a reaction for their US national park ranking of. However, this is a ranking of Canadian national parks. Not all of them, but 13 Canadian parks. So we're going to take a look at this. So I will just give my thoughts on each one, because I've been to probably most of these. I'm guessing I've been to around 7 of the ones that'll be on here. So they say it's going to be similar to their US one, so I recommend you check out the US one, the reaction I did, or the blog post itself, so you know what their list was like and kind of what their preferred scenery is and everything about what they think about the US parks. So we see number 1 is Jasper. So Jasper is my number 2 in Canada. Beautiful place, one of the best national parks in the world. I'm fine with that being number 1. It is a beautiful one. So they went to these parks in summer. That's interesting to point out. I went to quite a few of mine in winter. Well, fall, but very snowy times and icy. Alright, Kluane. I have not been to this one. So bordering Alaska and one of Canada's least populated regions, Kluane has a unique sense of wilderness. Everything seems bigger. Makes sense. Easy to get lost, feel alone. I guess I can understand that. Waterton Lakes at number 3. Yes, Waterton Lakes is very beautiful. I haven't seen a ton of it, but it's right there with Glacier, so you have to enjoy that. So you'll walk along vast lakes with colorful pebbles. Yeah, it is definitely very similar. I didn't do a whole lot in the town. I think I drove through to get to some areas, but it did have a small town vibe to me. Okay, so Banff at number 4. Banff is my number 1. So that's something I think I should point out. It's hard to beat Banff for me because of just how grand the mountains are. Seeing everything from Sulphur Mountain even, I like that. And yeah, I guess it does have that flaw of Yosemite. It is a pretty popular and crowded one, but crowds only go to great places, and I think Banff is definitely a great one. I would put it at number 1, but I'm glad they do at least think it's beautiful. Alright, so Kootenay. I did go to Kootenay. So British Columbia's Highway 93, yeah, that does actually go pretty far. So, what do they mention? Great hiking, I would agree. Marble Canyon, yeah, Marble Canyon was the main thing I did. I don't think it's really anywhere near the scenery of Banff, but it is good. Alright, number 6 is Glacier of Canada. I went to this one as well, but not for very long. Check it out late in the summer. Yeah, I did not go late in the summer, so I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of trails in this one, but this is very good to know, so I actually do appreciate this information. Yoho, yes, Yoho is a wonderful one. I stayed in it at Emerald Lake, and yeah, Emerald Lake's a stunning area. Honestly, the Canadian Rockies are just some of the best national parks, and I have very much enjoyed all of them. Banff would be my favorite, then Jasper. Then after that, I'm not certain. Probably Yoho next. Maybe Kootenay. But both are wonderful, and if this is number 7, that shows how good these parks are. And yeah, I imagine it would be muddy. Alright, Grasslands. I have not been to Grasslands, so I want to read about this one. It was cool. Grasslands is 2 blocks. Alright, so it's like units at Saguaro or Theodore Roosevelt, sort of. And remote, unbelievable skies, definitely camp. Badlands Parkway around dusk for wildlife. This sounds like an excellent one. I'll have to plan a trip here. Pacific Rim. Okay, I've heard great things about that one, but I have not gone. If you like beaches, you'll like Pacific Rim. Well, based on the last list, I figured this would have ranked higher for the Trip of a Lifestyle crew because they seem to love beaches, from what I saw. Alright, Mount Revelstoke. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, by the way, I'm sorry if it isn't. And they think this is the weakest. Yeah, I would actually agree with that. It's still nice, but it's not a must. It is probably the one that's best to skip if you're in the Canadian Rockies area and you have to give up one of them. Alright, this is sad for me. Elk Island at 11. See, I loved Elk Island. In winter, the main lake is frozen over, so it's a very unique visual. The wildlife is excellent. Bison, beavers, and they mention that, actually. So, they think it's strange to achieve national park status? I don't know. I think its scenery is right up there with something like Voyageurs or Isle Royale. I get that it's not grand mountains like a lot of other Canadian parks, but I loved it there. I think it's a pretty underrated park. I know it's right outside of Edmonton, but it's an excellent one. Okay, so Riding Mountain. I have not heard of this one. So, what do they say? Cabins, playgrounds, activities centered around Clear Lake. It's a great place for kids. Okay. I might look into this one after this. Now, the last one is wood buffalo. I don't know this one, so they say maybe one of their favorites is what they were expecting because of size and location. Okay, so it's a very remote one. I guess it's like Gates of the Arctic. But they get there. You get there on a road system. Okay, so I guess it's not that remote. And interesting. Bugs. And that was what brought it down. So if the author is watching this, I want to know, what was the scenery like at Wood Buffalo? I don't know a whole lot about it. Were there any pluses that sort of balanced out the flies and the other bugs? But other than that, that's going to be the whole reaction. So overall, I like the way this one was put together for sure. I know there's more to this Canadian article, but I'm really just reacting to my thoughts on the parks because that's really my only area of expertise in any regard. And even then, I'm just a guy who likes traveling to them. But thank you for watching. Give any thoughts. I know it was kind of short, but there's not as much to say because there's only 13 parks. Subscribe for more national park content. I'll see you next time.